This is Brand Insider. We take you inside brands, thought leaders, and innovators to discover strategies, insight, and perspective that help drive success in today's market. Clark Kokich is the chairman of Razorfish, one of the world's largest digital agencies serving multiple Fortune 100 companies. Clark's new book, Do or Die, shares his prescription for more effective marketing, moving from just saying things to your audience to actually doing things that build better brands and business results through better customer experiences. Let's join Clark Kokich now for some insights from his new book, Do or Die.
So again, when you look at traditional agencies, I don't think they're in decline any more than I think digital agencies are taking over their role. What's happening is, as an industry, we're trying to define what is the agency of the future going to look like. And I think in 5 or 10 years, we'll all be at the same place. There will be one kind of advertising agency, and some of them will come from our position, which came from digital, and others will come from traditional. But the big change from now is that marketing is going to start with the customer experience, getting that right, and figuring out what do we have to do to, it actually looks more like product development. What do we have to build? What do we have to develop so that customers will love our product and then want to talk about it? And then we can build other advertising to drive people to that experience. And we're all going there, and we're all coming from different directions. We're all struggling to get it right. Nobody really knows what the right formula is. But that's the big change, is you've got literally hundreds of thousands of people working in marketing, and they're just going through this huge evolution when nobody knows what the end point is. So it can be scary at times. So if I were a CEO of a company, the one thing I would want to make sure happens in my company is that I'm not getting hundreds of little clever ideas, and I see a lot of that. You can do a great little mobile program, a great social program, and you get a high ROI on those programs, but they don't add up to anything that counts. If I'm the CEO, what I care about is defining a competitive advantage. Why should customers come to our brand as opposed to the competition? And not this quarter, or for this campaign, or for this promotion, but for the next 5 years. And I would be going to the people who do digital, both the agencies and the clients, and demanding that they answer that question. Don't just bring me clever ideas that people talk about that win awards. Bring me a big idea that changes who we are as a brand and makes us more valuable to our customers. So these principles apply to a small company and a small agency as much as they do to a big company. In fact, right now is the best time I've ever seen for a small company to compete with a big company. And the reason is that you can win with imagination. You don't need millions of dollars to win. And there are literally scores of small companies that have exploded on the scene over the last decade, 5, 10 years, that have really done it without advertising. They've done it virally. They've done it by doing something that is really interesting, that customers love, and they tell each other about it. So I wouldn't, if I were a small company, I wouldn't spend my time saying, how do I run a Facebook campaign? How do I run a digital campaign? I would say, what's wrong with this category I'm in? And let's fix it. And let's figure out, can we use mobile, social applications, the web, to make it better, to make customers happier? And if you can do that, they'll tell each other. And that doesn't cost millions of dollars. That just takes imagination. That takes people who listen to customers and who respond to customers. And unfortunately, big companies are not very good at that all the time. They spend a lot of time doing the same old thing, the way they've done it forever. They get kind of institutionalized, and they rely on their budgets to kind of keep the boat moving forward. And I think imagination is more important than money now. And that's good for small businesses.
That wraps up this edition of Brand Insider. Thanks for watching, and be sure to let us hear from you. Brand Insider, are you in?